Hello learners and welcome to our channel P.K.Pharmacy. Today's video on 10 Pharmacovigilance frequently asked questions and answers. If you're preparing for interview, this video will help you. Don't try to skip and watch till the end. Question number 1. What is pharmacovigilance? Pharmacovigilance is the science of collecting, monitoring, researching, assessing and evaluating information from healthcare providers and patients on the adverse effects of medications, biological products, herbalism and traditional medicines. Question number 2. What is aim of pharmacovigilance? Rapid identification of events that are likely to affect adherence to treatment and determination of their rates, and identification of the risk factors that make these events more likely, with the aim of reducing their occurrence. Identification of signals, i.e., possible causal relationships between an adverse event and a medicine. See glossary of ADRS of concern following. The introduction of a new drug or drug combination, assessment of signals to evaluate causality, clinical relevance, frequency and distribution of ADRS in particular population groups, calculation of rates of events so that risk can be measured. The safety of different medicines can be compared and informed choices made. Risk factors can be clearly identified, contribution to the assessment of benefit, harm, effectiveness and risk of medicines, leading to the prevention of harm and maximization of benefit, appropriate response or action in terms of drug registration, drug use training and education for health professionals and the public, measurement and evaluation of the outcome of the response or of action taken, e.g. reduction in risk, improved medicine use, or improved outcome for patients experiencing a particular ADR. Timely communication with and recommendations to authorities and the public, and feedback to the clinicians who provided the information. Question number 3. What is an adverse drug event, ADI? Any untoward medical occurrence in a patient or clinical investigation subject administered a pharmaceutical product and which does not necessarily have to have a causal relationship with this treatment. Question number 4. What is an adverse drug reaction, ADR? An adverse drug reaction is a response to a drug which is noxious and unintended and which occurs at doses normally used in man for prophylaxis, diagnosis or therapy of disease or for the modification of physiologic function. Note that there is a causal link between a drug and an adverse drug reaction. In sum, an adverse drug reaction is harm directly caused by the drug at normal doses during normal use. Question number 5. What are the types of pharmacovigilance? 2 types. Active PV, active or proactive. Safety surveillance means that active measures are taken to detect adverse events. This is managed by active follow-up after treatment, and the events may be detected by asking patients directly or screening patient records. The most comprehensive method is cohort event monitoring, CEM. Passive PV, passive surveillance means that no active measures are taken to look for adverse effects other than the encouragement of health professionals and others to report safety concerns. Reporting is dependent on the initiative and motivation of the potential reporters. This is the most common form of pharmacovigilance. It is commonly referred to as spontaneous or voluntary reporting. Question number 6. When do you consider an event to be serious? If an event is associated with any one of the following, it is considered to be serious: death, life-threatening, hospitalization or prolongation of hospitalization, congenital anomaly, disability, medically significant. Question number 7. Name the regulatory bodies in USA, UK, Japan and India. USA, United States Food and Drug Administration, US FDA. UK, European Medicines Agency, EMA. Japan, Ministry of Health, Labour and Welfare, MHLW. India, Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, CDSCO. Question number 8. What is the minimum criterion required for a valid case according to who? An identifiable reporter, an identifiable patient, a suspect product, an adverse drug event. Question number 9. What is Volume 9A? Volume 9A brings together general guidance on the requirements, procedures, roles and activities in the field of pharmacovigilance, for both marketing authorization holders, MA, and competent authorities of medicinal products for human use. It incorporates international agreements reached within the framework of the International Conference on Harmonization, IC. Volume 9A is presented in 4 parts. Part I deals with guidelines for marketing authorization holders. Part 2 deals with guidelines for competent authorities and the agency. Part 3 provides the guidelines for the electronic exchange of pharmacovigilance in the EU. Part F provides guidelines on pharmacovigilance communication. Question number 10. What do you mean by causality? Causality is the relationship between a set of factors. In pharmacovigilance, causality is the relationship between the suspect product and the adverse drug event. Is there a convincing relationship between the drug and the event? Did the drug actually cause the event?